Hey, what's up? This is Gudii, and today I'm going to show you my favorite spawn to PG my knight. And yes, I really mean it when I said that it was my favorite spawn. I mostly hunted here until level 80, with a few exceptions of trying out other spawns to have more material for videos. However, despite trying multiple spawns, I would see myself coming back here because the experience was always similar or higher here. The spawn, as you can see, is in the Corrines of Port Hope. Some of you might have recognized this spawn on first glance since I made a video of this spawn with my paladin when I was around level 30. On this case, however, I didn't come until after I was level 35 because I needed Exory. But before getting further, I wanna keep the disclaimer that this knight was indeed offline trained, and the only reason that I leveled him was to have some recordings for videos in the future, but I will most likely make new versions when a new server comes up and I main an EK there. Anyways, moving on to the actual spawn, as you can see, this is meant to be a great place for AoE hunting, not so much for mage, since there's a very little space to run properly. However, knights actually benefit from this, as you can do small pulls and continue moving without ever running out of spawn. That's why I kept on hunting here even after level 70, because it honestly never runs out of monsters, and the faster I can kill, the better spawn it can be. But sure, it will be boring really quick. However, if you're looking for some good experience, you should definitely give it a chance. I started at around level 40, and it wasn't easy due to only having one AoE spell, so you gotta cast the Exory and move away while the cooldown comes back up. Despite this, the experiences will still be pretty good. I was making around 200k on green at this level while looting the stuff. After a couple hunts, I started to loot less and finding better hunting routes. I ended up making a full circle on this floor. As I got more levels, I will start going down to this hole, clear this area, and then go back up and continue the circle. This is enough even at level 70, and the reason that I was still hunting here at that level was because once I got the Exory main spell, I was able to kill pulls in 2 spells, which greatly improved my experience. But when I was making this video, I realized that I don't have recordings of my hunts at higher levels, so I decided to do a quick hunt on my EK at his current level, just to properly show you the route that I follow and how I was hunting here at level 70. And now there's not much of an improvement in terms of experience because I'm still using the same spells, and even though I do have higher skills than I did back then, it doesn't affect the overall experience as I'm still killing monsters in a combo of an Exory and Exory main. On this hunt, I didn't bother to loot since I was only trying to find out the experience I can make, but back then I did loot, and as a suggestion, it's better to loot the gold over most of the rare items they drop, like the shields and the weapons. The only actual items that are worth picking up are the ratanas, the leader harness, and the rat gold dolls, and of course the creature product. But if you loot the gold, your hunts will be much less wasteful, which is something that I haven't pointed out yet, but this spawn is a straight up waste. If you loot everything, you might make back half of the amount you spent. As for the experience on this current level, at this pace I was making 560k on 225, which will be around 340 on 150%, aka green stamina, which is around the experience I remember making here, which honestly I still think is pretty good for on the level 80s. So assuming you follow my route, you should be making around at least 300k on green. Skills and equipment don't affect the experience too much. I recommend using BOH to move from each pull faster, and the equipment can be whatever you already have. For supplies, just bring your cap maxed out on manas and always bring health potions. I used them a lot after level 50 because it was more efficient to heal with strong health potions than kiting with Exory Eco. And that's it for this video. I hope you give it a chance and let me know how much experience you made. See you next time.